What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dre. I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about satellite internet. Is it worth it? It's really not worth it at all. And I'm going to tell you why. So, a satellite internet is like a connection without a cable to the satellite, of course. And what happens is you have a connection that's on a data limit. That limit is like whatever you pay your provider to give you. Let's say 20 gig. We started at 20 gig. Now we have 50 gig. And now we have 100 gig. And it's still not enough. So if you have a big family, 100 gig is going to go in like 10 days or less. And if that person in the house plays video games, if one of them play video games or watch Netflix all day, you're bound to run out of data like within the first 3 days. And I'm going to tell you why. Netflix have your settings set to HD. And video games, they just drain data constantly if you're like on the internet playing. And also the latency is not going to be good for video games anyway. So you're pretty much going to play a game that's going to lag on you all the time. I have experience in this because I used to live in a broadband connection house and it was okay. It was good. Like we had like Spectrum or something and it was all right. Like you can live on that. Like let's say it's 21 megahertz, 21 megabytes per second. That's pretty good. When you have satellite, you have like 5 megabytes per second. But if you have, let's say, a lot of people in the house, that could go down even lower. And when you run out of data, you're going to go straight into kilobytes per second. So there's no point getting a satellite internet. The only reason why you would get satellite internet is if you live alone and it's the only provider that's in your area. Never get satellite internet. Trust me, you're not going to have a good time. It's not good at all. There's no point getting satellite internet. If you can get broadband connection, sure, get it, because a cable connection is going to be far superior compared to satellite internet. Satellite internet is only good if you're in a rural area far from like downtown. Let's say if you're like in the country somewhere. That's where it feels like I live. But honestly, it's not even that bad because I live 50 minutes from downtown and my internet's trash. And one of the reasons is because they didn't put up towers nearby where I live. So we can't get a cable connection because we're in a dead zone. So my neighbors have broadband connection and I don't. I used to have broadband connection when I live about 4 or 5 miles closer to downtown. But now I'm stuck with satellite internet. It's very hard to run a YouTube channel on satellite internet. So if you're trying to start a channel and you have satellite internet, make sure you're the only one in the house using the internet because you're not going to have consistent uploads. You're not going to be able to do things consistently in the net without some form of latency issue. Like you're going to be lagging, your video is going to be buffering. There's so much things that can go wrong. Get broadband connection. A cable connection is so much better than a satellite connection. All right, I'm going to keep this video short. That's it for today. And remember, if you want to do well on the internet, a cable connection is always going to be better than something that connects like through the Wi-Fi. You want to connect the cable. Like if I'm going to play off my PS4, I want to use like an Ethernet cord to my phone line to get like internet from my router. I'm not going to use Wi-Fi to connect to my router because it's going to be trash. You're going to be lagging. Somebody in Call of Duty is going to be shooting you a headshot, and there's no way you're going to come back from winning. You're going to have the worst KDR ratio. You're going to have a really bad KDR. It sucks. I know, but this is what I have to live with. So some people it's okay for them, but for me, it didn't work out so well. I'm working on trying to get broadband connection, but the thing is you have to pay like 28,000 just to run a line, and it's only a quarter mile away. It's so dumb. But we live in a dead zone, so we have to use satellite internet. Do yourself a favor and do not move into a home that sells a house with satellite internet provider only. If you do that, you're going to be kicking yourself after a year when you find out, oh, this is what I'm stuck with. There's nothing I can do about it because I can't afford to run a line to my house because Spectrum is going to charge you an arm and a leg, or whoever is going to be charging you something for broadband connection because you have to run a line. I wish there was more neighbors in my area, but we live in a country area, it seems like, which is only 15 minutes from downtown. It's not looking good. All right, guys, do yourself a favor, get broadband connection. It's your only way to have consistent, reliable, dependable internet. Peace.